Hey everyone, thank you so much for supporting our work in the Chef in Your Garden dinner series. This one is going to be phenomenal. Chef Fatou of Akadi, so fortunate to have her in the series, so fortunate to have her in this city, providing amazing West African food that I'm sure you will be delighted to try and enjoy. Really cool collaboration that I want to highlight here. Chef Twee from Mama Doot is also part of our Chef in Your Garden series. She worked with Fatou on creating an African eggplant kimchi. This African eggplant is very special to Fatou. It actually was grown by an amazing farmer family called Happiness Family Farm. Originally from Burundi, they're now growing African-specific crops here in the Pacific Northwest. So it's this amazing collaboration of all three of those groups coming together. The wine with Quentrell, thank you so much for their amazing support with this, and also that idea of providing balance of a deep red with this kind of spicy African food. So really enjoy that as well. Also, sit down, enjoy, eat with your hands. This is a very tactile experience. Take some photos, post about this on Instagram. There's all the tags in there on how to find us. Look in that program that we put in there for you guys. And also, just enjoy this culinary experience. Thank you all so much. Have a great evening.
My name is Fatou Ouattara, and I'm the owner and chef at Akadi PDX, and we are located on 3601 Northeast MLK Boulevard, and we specialize in West African authentic dishes. So for this event with Growing Garden, I've decided to make some of my favorite dish growing up, and some of those meals include a couple of appetizers, the village plantain fritters. Those are very dear to my heart because growing up we used to run outside around 4 p.m. to buy them with the ladies on the street, and they fry them in some palm oil and serve them with some habanero sauce. So that would be a little bit on the spicy side. And I've also decided to add the bean fritters, and those ones were our favorite breakfast items, and we ate it in the morning around 6 a.m. The ladies will be selling it in the street. So I wanted to add that too and highlight those two of my favorite dishes growing up. And then on the main dishes, I decided to highlight the African eggplant because I was blessed enough this summer to have the farmers bring them to me, and I've been missing them for over 10 years. I haven't seen them since I moved to the US, and I wanted everyone to experience this eggplant. They're very versatile, and I chose to do the fisherman eggplant stew, but I'm doing the vegan version, so I substitute the catfish with the fried tofu, season lightly, and cooking the eggplant stew with some okra and habanero and locust beans. And locust beans are like our main spices in Burkina Faso, so I wanted to add that to increase and elevate the flavors, and those are special to me because I haven't added them into the menu yet. I wanted people to experience something new and see the reaction before I'm able to add it to the menu. And also the eggplant being so rare in the US, I want you guys to feel special when you're eating this meal and see that we have way more to offer. It's just we're facing a lot of limitation being in the US here, but there's so much more coming from Akadi, and I'm really excited for this basket. And all the menu items are served is gluten-free, and I've decided to do the fufu, which is also completely gluten-free. I know the one I serve at the restaurant is not completely, so I wanted to try something new with the plantain fufu with a little bit of palm oil. So I made the plantain fufu, and that's made with plantain and cassava, and we boil it and then pound it in a wooden mortar. Since I didn't have access to that, I use the stove and a pot and a wooden stick to beat it until I get the consistency that I wanted. And it's very elastic, very soft, and it have a little bit of sweetness because the stew that it is paired with is a little salty, so it goes very well together. If you can plate all the food, in some nice wooden bowl, and then have a hand washing little wooden bowl there, wash your hands in the wooden bowl, sit around the food with your family and friends. And the fufu, you always have to eat it with your hand. That's at least that's how we eat it back home. So you can pick a little bit of fufu, make a little hole with your thumb here, so that the stew can go inside, and that's how you eat the fufu. And yeah. So I partnered up with Growing Garden because honestly, the whole idea of teaching people how to garden and grow their own food is what I grew up doing. We grew our own vegetable, we raised our own animals that we're going to eat, and during Ramadan, that was one of the rituals. You know, you raise the animal, you give thanks for having the food that you have, blessing the animal before slaughtering it and then eating it, and the whole process is part of the culture, the African culture, you know. And that's why I'm partnering up with Growing Garden, because they bring back that same culture and they're teaching everyone to do the same, and it's way more sustainable too, to grow your own vegetables, you know, and putting less stress on the planet as it is right now. And honestly, I think it's an amazing organization, and I wanted to be a part of it. It reminded me of being back home, using my hand, being dirty, you know, and cooking the food and being grateful and not waste food, because when you grow it, you don't waste it because you know how much hard work goes into it. And that's the same thing we try to bring into the restaurant by partnering up with farmers that I've met through Growing Garden, you know, African farmers growing African vegetables like the eggplant that I'm featuring in this series of you know, Chef in Your Garden. And I'm so excited to be a part of this because it's telling the story that I've been wanting to tell through my food, and that's exactly why I'm here. And I really hope you enjoy this food and you'll be coming to the restaurant to experience more of the West African culture. You will go on Google and try to make your own jollof rice, your own shosho, you know. That's what we want. We don't want you to feel intimidated with West African cuisine. It's just as simple as what you grew up eating. Don't feel intimidated. If you guys have questions, contact us on our social media and we'll be there to help you through it. We want you to go out there, to travel to West Africa, to try the food, to try the culture, and come back and tell us your experience. The way you can support Akadi is definitely right now. If you can come say hi, buy the food, or buy some gift card or merchandise on our website, we greatly appreciate it. Or, you know, stay connected with us on social media. Keep, you know, checking on what we got going on. We got a lot of amazing stuff coming up soon, and we can't wait to share it all with you guys.